Tough to find a county in Florida experiencing more development than Lake County.
Now, that's especially true for cities in the southwestern portion of the county, like Groveland, Claremont, Minneola. All new at 5:30 now. Our anchor Justin Warmoth joins us. Justin, the mayor of Minneola, told you he's been able to manage this growth in a pretty unique way.
Yeah, pretty wild stuff here. Going around town, you don't often hear something like this. He says he is completely debt-free. They pay everything in cash. And he has not raised taxes for residents once. That is something very few booming cities can say, but that doesn't mean growing pains don't still exist. As you drive the turnpike and approach Minneola, the development is noticeable. Acres of rolling hills ready for thousands of new homes.
I remember when there was nothing out here.
Michelle Fletcher moved to Minneola when she was 18 years old. Today, she's the general manager of Little Anthony's Pizza along Highway 27, a spot where locals often discuss their changing city.
People don't like it or they do like it. It depends on who you are. Keeping the inside of Minneola small is what 99% of my guests would like.
According to census data, Minneola's population is now more than 16,000, up 16.6% just in the last 2 years. A big catalyst for that growth, the opening of the Minneola interchange on the turnpike.
All of a sudden, we became a bedroom community for Orlando.
Pat Kelly has been the mayor since 2008. Since then, he says he's been able to grow Minneola completely debt-free without raising taxes. Have your taxes stayed the same?
Yes, they've all stayed the same.
Cities plan on all this growth, and then they take on debt with all this growth, which comes into making payments. And all of a sudden, the growth doesn't come, and then it burdens the current residents. And that's why we are a cash basis. We spend as we go.
While also working closely with developers to make sure roads and other infrastructure is in place before the homes go in.
Sometimes it's easier for developers to build the roads than actually the government to build it. They can actually build it cheaper and faster.
This is one of the roads in Minneola that has been built and is ready to go. It's just waiting on the development to follow. Some of that development is already here, though, including this 2-year-old Publix. And while the mayor is excited and pleased with how he has handled this growth so far, some people think they can handle it better. People like Nathan Foch.
I've been out knocking a lot of doors the last couple of months.
Foch is one of the candidates looking to unseat Kelly in the upcoming mayoral election. He credits his opponent for keeping the city financially sound, but says impact fees deserve more credit.
We are cash flow positive, but that's because all this new stuff has been paid in. In 10 years, when roads fail, septic fails, water lines need to be replaced, there's no more impact fees. The houses are already here. And that's when your neighborhood collapses.
But Kelly says he is planning for the future with his family in mind.
Building a future for, I have a daughter, knowing that she's going to be in this area, and grandchildren that, 20 years from now, I can drive through and know that I was part of this community, what it is, and be proud for it.
And Minneola's future also includes a new Advent Health Hospital and one of Central Florida's most well-known breweries. Winter Garden-based Crooked Can is planning to open a new 40,000 square foot brewery and headquarters in the emerging hills of Minneola area, right near the turnpike. A lot of excitement for that.
Yeah, the Crooked Can, as we've seen from Winter Garden, parking, traffic, that all comes along with that whole process.
I don't know if you've seen like Sweetwater Brewing in Atlanta, Sierra Nevada, some of those breweries that do, the tours and things like that. That's what this is going to be. 40,000 square feet. The one in Winter Garden is a third of that size.
It is just crazy. And if you go and visit some of these communities, if you haven't been there for even just a few months and you go back, it's astonishing.
That's how I felt when I drove through Minneola. I had to be diverted off of the turnpike going to Ocala. I hadn't been there about 8 years.
Yeah.
I drive through, I'm like, what is going on?
Way
out
different,
here?
huh?
It is completely changed. And you hear from the folks who lived there for a while, they don't want that. Their portion
they
of
were
it.
there because they liked the smaller
That's why they moved out there. All right, well, things are changing. Justin Warmoth's covering it for you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.